Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Welcome to the corner, child. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Okay. I hope everyone is having a good day no matter where you are. Okay. If you're at home, at work, in the car, in a brothel, okay, maybe at the weed dealership, I don't know. Wherever it is you may be, I hope that you had a great day because we are going to have a great night around here, okay? One, I hope y'all can hear me good and clear. The last time I was on live, YouTube was a hater and stuff, and the sound was crazy. So we here today. We're gonna hope and pray that don't happen or whatever. We have a few things to get into: the who, what, when, where, how, and why, and everything in between, honey. And that is gonna be it. Now y'all know to do a couple things for me. First, one, make sure you have already liked the video. Okay, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. Okay, it is always a thing to do. In case you do not know, okay. I'm here. Wait, I'm not on camera yet. My good child was in the other room, making sure I can get on camera. Child, it is pouring rain here. I mean, child, cats, dogs, rain. I got soaked coming home. Got caught in the rain. This from walking from the building to my car. And from my car into my apartment, drenched. You hear me? I mean, fully covered in water from head to toe. Shoes was wet, pants, shirt, bra, panties. Okay, my kimono with hair soaked. Child, I was like, oh. So I'm in my sweatshirt. I had to wipe my lipstick off, because I felt like I was in rainwater. And don't nobody want to be covered in rainwater. Not today, not ever. But again, I miss y'all. I canceled my live Monday. I canceled my live that was on Tuesday. Mainly because work was crazy and I didn't feel like being around here. And I didn't have the energy to be entertaining. But I'm here today. I feel like my face just be looking weird when I ain't got lipstick on. Because I'm one color. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, can y'all know where my lips is at? Can y'all, cause I think where my lips are going, like y'all know my lips anyway. But hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? And how is everyone? A good time will be had by all. Okay. I was saving, so I saved a whole bunch of stuff around here, and so I'm just gonna be look. I'm gonna be ranting. Okay, I may cut it up into pieces and repost some stuff tomorrow. I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but I'm happy y'all here. Thank you to those who are here watching live or who will end up watching the replay. I appreciate it. It is cold too. Y'all got my air. Look, I am never a person who leaves my air on like for a long time. If I'm in my living room, it's on up here. If I'm in my room, I have it in my bedroom. But I've left my air on for the past 2 days. It is freezing in my apartment. You hear me? It is freezing. I'm like, I want to cut it off, but it's so hot outside, child. But yeah. Ho ho ho. So I got on my Smurf Santa sweatshirt because I'm cold but also hot at the same time. Thank you for I love my thumbnail too. I was like, girl, if you've been gone for 2 days, okay, come back with something that matches. Now look, this is the kicker. This is what I want y'all to know. And if YouTube was being a hater as they have been recently, okay, but I don't know what glitch is going on with YouTube, but if YouTube is knocking y'all out because you're on your phone, please come back in. I'm still here. I have no control over that. That is a YouTube thing. To where if you're watching on the live, child, it would when the commercial pops on, it just it knocks you out, and you have to come back in. Okay, so if that is happening, come on back in. We are still here to have a good time together and whatnot. But the thumbnail, this is the thing, okay? Because I am I need a color scheme to match, and I was very, very aggravated. I could not find a good picture of Gilbert Arenas. Now, Gilbert Arenas was arrested. I could not find a good picture of him. I could not find a good picture of Deion Sanders where he was not in, a coach gear or not in a uniform that was recent. I could not find that all. So, because I am a thumbnail genius, okay? I said, well, let me see. So I use the picture of Gilbert Arenas in his green suit. That's actually Shannon Sharpe. I took Shannon Sharpe's body and I took Gilbert Arenas' head and I combined them. Yep, that is Gilbert Arenas' head put onto Shannon Sharpe's body because I just needed the color schemes. And I got tired of my color schemes being messed up because celebrities don't know how to put clothes on. Okay, and have photographs for me to use. So I was cracking up. Now, at first, I put Gilbert Arenas' head on the pink suit body, and I was going to have both of them there, but I'm like, that may be weird. So I found, Shannon in this green suit, because, I got married black and green. So, and I put Gilbert Arenas' head on there. Now, also, because I could not find a good picture of Deion Sanders, okay, of him in an outfit. I use a picture of Brad Pitt, the white man. I use a picture of Brad Pitt in a white suit outfit and whatnot, and I put Deion Sanders' head on it. So I just said I'm gonna take matters into my own hands and combine some heads and some bodies of people who don't go together. Because I said, I am tired. I am tired of not being able to find pictures that look good. So yeah, I was cracking up making a thumbnail today. Anyway, I was live on Sunday. So go watch that live. It's up on the channel and whatnot. And I did a little story time about Lowe's, made some scammers. We did Love Marriage Huntsville. Child got into that ass. But here we are today, together as one. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna get child. When I was cracking up, cutting off, taking Shannon Sharpe's head off and giving his head on there, and I had to cover up. Brad Pitt hand, because Brad Pitt got white hands. So I had to make sure to put something in front of the because I like, you can't have Deion Sanders with a black head and some white hands. It won't look right. But I said, Chop, I said I can't keep looking for things because nothing would have matched. Okay, so I think my thumbnails going forward will be better because I'm gonna just start cutting people's heads off and put them on other people's bodies. Okay, I'm just gonna start doing it. What else am I gonna do? I can't do nothing else, child. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great day. It's hump day. I hope we all have a great rest of our week. It is almost Friday. I cannot wait to relax on the weekend. Child, it's look, life be life and whatever. Graphic designer. Dun, 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 dun. I sent him a video like, I'm gonna put Shannon Sharpe body with Gilbert Arenas head. I was cracking up. He was like, hell no, it like a match. So I'm happy I was able to crop it just right. Just the right piece of it all. I think Deion Sanders' head looks too big. Okay. But yeah. I like it. Anyway, yeah. Me in the little corner. Itty bitty me. Okay. Y'all know I have fun with my graphics. I really do have fun with my graphics and everything. So yeah. But now I'm just gonna start cutting people's heads off. I love a good color scheme. And these celebrities, they're gonna stop messing up my stuff. Anyway, y'all, let's get to sharing my screen because we've already been here for 12 minutes. Okay, it's the 12. Now look, I told you I was saving A, B, C's, E, F's, and G's. Okay. And I'm like, let's just talk about the stuff that's going on. Yeah, I see it's a little big on their body because Brad Pitt is a little white man and Deion is a bigger black man. But I'm probably edit a little bit when I finish this, so the thumbnail they'll see on the replay will be a bit different. The head won't look so big. Okay. I just found Shannon Sharpe in green, so I think it's gonna use. It was an old picture that he had. You know what I'm saying? And because I was like, it's just funny. We have look at the end of the day, all I know is
I'll do the best I can, but when I got, I'll do the best I can, but when I got.
And all I got is photographs of Shannon Sharpe in suits with Gilbert Arenas' head on it, and then Brad Pitt body with Deion Sanders' head. But I'm gonna fix Deion Sanders' head on the replay. Anyway, y'all, look, I have saved the things and whatnot. Let's see. Look, also, wait. So, can y'all hear me? I'm gonna whisper this since I don't want to get in trouble. I be on TikTok at night, right? And I don't know what is up with my feed on TikTok, and like all of the murder mysteries, the body cam footages of people getting caught for scheming, scamming, for killing people, for putting people in tin cans and putting people in storage containers or whatever. It is so many body cam stuff on the TikToks and whatever. So I was like, I feel like I want to do a like murder mystery cop body cam footage watch along. But I also feel like, is that like a little bit, is that kind of morbid? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to celebrate any crazy person, but I like, oh my God, why the cops? No, don't open the suitcase. No, don't open the totes. Oh, no, you know what I'm saying? I be feeling some kind of way, but I be addicted to watching it, child. And so I feel like on the inside of my body that, we just a little watch along. You know what I'm saying? To talk about the crazy people in the world. Not again, not to celebrate it, not to exploit it, but I think I want to call it like murder corner, which I don't know. I gotta see what YouTube gonna flag, but I think we're gonna start doing little it's gonna be at night, like once like at night, we'll watch one together and have a conversation. I don't know. I'm just saying. I gotta find a name for it. I do. Because I'm like, I be watching, part nine, thieves stole $50,000 from the bank and now they get arrested. And I be watching it. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So y'all know, if y'all see something that pop up on my channel that say like murder, mystery, watch along, don't think I'm crazy. We just watching, the stuff and a conversation will be had. But yeah, I'm thinking that's what I want to do. I'm trying to add stuff to my channel so that on days when we don't have any, gossipy, hot topic stuff, it'll be like a little murder, mystery, watch along, chit chat and whatnot. And that's it. Okay, I'm done. I said it. Now on to the stuff. Now on to the foolishness that is all the people in the celebrity world and some other people too. Okay. Look, I'll be watching, I watched the video dash cam, the body cam stuff. And the comments I be having talking to my phone. I'm like, girl, you should really just do this on YouTube. You should really have this reaction to it on the thing. Okay. And because whenever you use the any body cam footage thing, you have to talk, because I can't just post the stuff without adding my own edit to, so it will be a watch along. We're gonna watch it, chit chat and whatnot. So yeah, that may be something we do. We're gonna see how I go for August. And whoever watch, whoever don't, I don't know. But I want to warn y'all so y'all won't think I'm going crazy. If y'all see murder, mystery, watch along, like who she killed? I didn't kill nobody. But that lady killed her mama and put her in that paddock tub. Okay, this crackhead man was around here with a crackhead lady and put that lady in a tub. The little paddock. I said, what is going on here? Why not the child? One lady had 7 babies in boxes in the garage. I said, but what in the garage? Come on, crimes on the corner. Come on, girl. Look, girl. Or guy, I don't know. Gigi could be girl or guy. I'm not sure. Come on, like crimes on the corner. Crimes on the corner. Okay, I gotta make me a thumbnail, child. I gotta make me a thumbnail. That's just a cute name. Okay, come on, crimes on the corner. That see, teamwork makes the dream work. You hear me? Okay. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get into that. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna do live. It'll be lives of the watch alongs and whatnot. We're gonna see. But y'all, let's get to the foolishness that is around here. Now, it's some celebrity things and also some crazy things going on with the people. So we're gonna mix and match. Okay, we're gonna mix and match. Louisiana. Okay, down there in Louisiana, a Louisiana millionaire, okay, with multiple businesses arrested. Why? Because she's around here getting a Lamborghini and getting plastic surgery or whatever and getting proper teeth while getting Medicaid money. Now, first of all, you're supposed to be not with much income to even get Medicaid. You around here with a Lamborghini and girl, first of all, which how? Okay. Now, she's arrested now because she's stupid. Now, Candace Taylor, 35 years old, was arrested on July 28th in Louisiana, and he was charged with Medicaid recipient fraud. Look, Medicaid people don't play. Okay, the Medicaid folk don't play. Unemployment don't play. The IRS don't play. Okay, stop messing with folks with the letters in their names. Okay. So again, she charged for Medicaid frauds. Investigators say Taylor used misrepresentation, concealment, and non-disclosure of required information to bypass the system and receive Medicaid benefits. She applied in May of 2019 using the name Candace Saylor, okay, but was denied when reporting a false biweekly income of $1,900 and claimed no dependent. She reapplied in 2020 with the same name, but claimed she had no income. Okay. Then in 2024, she ran back and applied for Medicaid again. Okay. This time said, I make $2,000 a month. Okay. Again, oh, no, girl, what you doing? Okay. But again, she failed to disclose that she had multiple businesses. Okay. They did an investigation. Once they found out, girl, she lying. Okay. Because look, I always hear, when you scheming and scamming around here, sometimes you get away with things in the beginning, but you have to know they're going to figure it out. I keep telling y'all, you can't scheme and scam in 2025 like you could in 2005. Okay, like you could in 2000. The technology is different now. They figure everything out. Okay, they look into her. Okay, they found out that between 2020 and 2024, she generated over $9.5 million in revenue. Okay, spread across multiple accounts. She claimed she had no income. They found large transactions in her financial records. Let's see, just for 1 year, there was $480,000 in deposits that included $45,000 in the vehicle payments to an Audi Finance 6-figure cashier checks used for property purchases, plastic surgery, high-end jewelry, $100K sent to an exotic car dealer, and $13K toward a Lamborghini. Stupidity at its finest.
Son Seidel is accused of Medicaid fraud. Investigators say that Candace Taylor bought a Lamborghini and paid for plastic surgery while receiving benefits. Louisiana's Attorney General's office says Taylor's businesses brought in, get ready for this, more than $9 million in revenue during a nearly 5-year span. Investigators say during that time, she underreported her income under a fake name. Taylor was arrested yesterday and booked with government benefits fraud.
So you out here, and within 5 years, you generated almost $10 million, and you were so greedy that you made a choice to not pay for your own insurance. You went and got Medicaid. You collected Medicaid benefits while being you're stupid. That's just, again, for what? And now you in jail. Now you're a felon. Now they're going to probably be really watching your business. First of all, are you a drug dealer? Was it money laundering? Girl, you and everyone around you in your circle, y'all are going to jail. Okay, so again, stupidity has no age limit. It has no income limit, because if you are making almost $10 million in less than 5 years, why are you trying and committing Medicaid fraud? That is, anyway. Again, dumb people do dumb things for dumb reasons. What had this right here? Okay, now this thing said, imagine being married and your husband forgets his phone in your car. Then you lock yourself in your car to go through his phone, and this happens.
You do too much, bro. So you gonna break the back of my...
Bro, you do too much, bro.
So you gonna... This is what you're gonna do.
You do too much. You do too much,
This is what you're gonna do.
You do too much.
So this is what you're gonna do.
Bro.
All right. So you want to act crazy?
He busts through the back window of her windshield to get in her car to get his phone.
You want to be crazy?
I'm horrible, bro.
I'm recording you.
First of all, she dumb to have the words in front of the. We can't see shit, ma'am. You got it all blocked. But he busts out the back window. Okay, it looked like he also ran the car. Child, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? However, let me say this: the moment your husband leaves his phone in your car, and you have to lock yourself in the car to go through his phone, you the problem. Because that means you already know what you're doing. You already know. I'm not locking myself in anywhere to go through someone's phone. Because what that means is I know he crazy and I need to see the phone. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I feel like he had POS absolutely to do any of that to get to her. Point blank, period. Okay. However, my issue and my point is that lady knew that man was crazy. She also knew that man was a cheater, pumpkin eater, because she sat too calmly in the car as the window got busted out. Because you ain't said nothing. A whole silent situation.
You do too much, bro.
So you gonna break the back of my...
Bro, you do too much, bro.
So you gonna... This is what you gonna do.
You do too
Did she put Shan in the back seat so he couldn't get through? Like, did she plan it?
much. You do too much.
This
bro.
is what you gonna do.
You do too much.
So this is what you gonna do.
Much, bro.
All right. So you want to act crazy?
I don't think he. I think he is crazy.
You want to be crazy?
I'm horrible, bro. I'm recording you.
The moment I said it's chairs in the back seat, he gotta be bleeding from busting it down. It's just weird to me. I feel like, look, let it be. Let that man go. Let that man go. Because anyone that breaks through the windshield of the back seat, he wasn't even break the front seat window, sir. You could have broke the side window quicker than that. And you went through the back window. That's insane. So I'm like, she know he crazy. Because also she don't seem scared. Also, you in the car, man, pull off. I'm gonna pull off. You know what I'm saying? So again, hers on your married, your husband forgets the phone. Okay, so you lock yourself in the car to go through it, which means you already know that man is foul on some level. Whether he likes other women, other men, underage people, I don't know. But you knew it was something enough for you to lock yourself in a car to it take you. Give me 15 seconds. All I need is 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, I don't need to know more. One quick scroll through a text, boom. All right, cool. He cheating. Here you go. I'm pulling off. So anyway, I hope the marriage is dissolved quickly, because he crazy and she need to leave. I don't know how folk don't be leaving quicker. You busting holes in windows. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. Here in Detroit, okay, it's a place here called Greenfield Plaza. Now, I have not been to Greenfield Plaza since 2008, maybe. The last time I went to Greenfield Plaza was with my boyfriend at the time, was getting his hair twisted there. His life was getting twisted. I have not been back since. Greenfield Plaza is like the hoodest one-stop shop here in Detroit. Okay, it's a one-stop shop of things. Well, they had a whole little bus thing. They said 6 stores around there selling fake Gucci, Cartier, and more. I would never in my life go to Greenfield Plaza to buy a nothing. Not a Gucci, a Louis, a Prada, or nothing. Now, first of all, I didn't know they was out there selling fake shit, for one. I did not. But I need folk Just again, they cracking down on everything. So they raided 6 stores, closed 6 stores. It was a whole raid. I was like, first of all, I can't believe that the plaza still open. I feel like nothing in there is legal. if it's 500 stores in Greenfield Plaza, 7 of them is legal. Everything else is a bit of fraud to it. Okay, so I need folks stop frauding people. It's never gonna work. You're gonna go to jail. They said that man who got caught cheating wants to sue Coldplay over, leaking emotional distress, breach of privacy. You, sir, take the cheatation, the firation, the divorce nation, and go to the down somewhere. No one believes that you were traumatized because your cheating was exposed at a public concert. Unless you paid Coldplay to come to your house and play for you one-on-one in your backyard privately, and that was leaked, you have no sense of privacy at a public concert. Sir, you don't own a goddamn venue. Coldplay don't work for you. Anytime you leave your house and you go to a public place, anything you do at that public place can be up for public consumption. So I hope it's a lie, okay? Because trying to sue because you were cheating and it was exposed, it's like, nigga, what? And you Caucasian. So, I don't think there's any legal. I don't think you can do that. I just don't. It don't make no sense to me. But again, Caucasian folk do Caucasian shit all the time, and we leave it be. Nene interviewed Nene interviewed Trick Daddy, right? I didn't watch it at all. The one part I saw that I laughed at was Nene telling him he talk over the food is nasty.
I'll be very honest with you. I thought you cooked really well. It was amazing. I thought you was talking too much over the food. Next time, stop talking so much over the food. Like, I hate people that do that. You just running your mouth and running your mouth and running your mouth. I was like, boys, like, shut up. Like, you can't be talking like that.
The part of my cooking show is me really conversating with the people.
Yeah, but you can't conversate. If I was coming over your house for a date, you mean to tell me you're going to talk over the food the whole time you cooking it?
Okay, so if you came to my house for the date, by the time you get there, the food already be done.
And so I don't even know if you talked over it or not, huh?
Right. So when you get to eating, you're going to have the itis and you're going to want to lay down. Or you're going to want you a drink.
What else going to happen after that?
Ain't no telling. Don't
nobody go to don't y'all go to Trick Daddy house. Okay, don't y'all go to that man's house. He can get their food and get stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't like it when people talk over food either. It's cool if you're making food for yourself because it's your whatever. But if you're making food for other people, please shut the fuck up. Or when you're talking, don't be around the food. Don't be around there. I wouldn't trust Trick Daddy food cooking because Trick Daddy look like he don't really wash his hands consistently. He looked like he used like old grease, maybe new grease, but the old grease. I don't know. I would not want to eat Trick Daddy food. Okay, okay. But if y'all care, he did an interview with Nene. I didn't watch it, but y'all can't. I did not do it. But yeah, I need folks don't be talking over food. It's nasty. We don't want that at all. Who else I'm going to get into? Chop. Now I can't play the picture, but it get flat. So while at during the women's NBA game, it was between the Atlanta Dream and the Golden State. Someone tossed a green dildo onto the court. Now I have watched basketball and football and other sports where men play. I don't have any recollection of anyone ever tossing a sex toy on the court at men playing sports. Why would someone first, why don't you throw a green dildo on the ground to the floor? But for what? Now I hope whoever tossed it is caught on camera tossing and they get in trouble. I don't know what kind of trouble you can get for tossing. I don't know what tossing dildos is legally illegal wise. They at least should be banned from any events. But I need folk to stop being crazy, because tossing a green dildo onto, and they tossed it while the game was playing. Okay, full game in the full swing, and then ooh, dick on the floor. I'm like, they had to remove the dick. You know what I'm saying? Is the dick clean? We don't know. But I feel like, look, the game was fully in play. And they threw a freaking green dildo onto the court. I don't know why. It's rude. It's disrespectful. It is weird. But people is doing weird shit around here. And I feel like whoever did it needs to be banned from any sporting events in that state. In the state they were in, and any other state they go to. Okay, it's weird. But I digress. People is weird. What's his Kevin Gates' wife, Drika, has finally filed for divorce. They have been married for 9 years. The crazy part is, the past 9 years is whatever. Just within the past couple years, we have seen him say some crazy shit. We've seen him do, like, it wasn't he just messing around with the girl Brittany Renner, who's on, Basketball Wives, that she kept on saying that was her husband. So I feel like Drika probably sat back and said, you know what? I'm going to let him do all the dirt. I'm going to let him go out and give all the evidence needed for me in the divorce, so I can get all of the monies. Because he dated other people. He's in my face cheating, but we are legally married. Okay. So they have been married for 9 years. She filed for divorce finally. Okay. She listed their date of separation as of July 10th. They always state, irreconcilable differences. They have 2 kids together who are 11 and 12. She's seeking joint legal and physical custody of the kids. She wants spousal support. Okay. When prompted, she checked the box to terminate the course of the award him any goddamn things. Okay. Look, if your husband is out here publicly dating other women before either one of y'all file for divorce, and if it seems as if he is out here like being completely disrespectful of y'all's union, girl, file the papers. Okay. Yeah. Look, YouTube. I don't know why YouTube has been doing this on lives where it's kicking people out. I don't know why it's happening. I apologize. That's also why sometimes I don't go live, because I know it's aggravating to y'all. Because I keep seeing my numbers go up and down. I'm like, what the fuck happened? So yeah, YouTube knocks her out. Just come on back in. Either now or the replay. Either way, I appreciate it, but I can't control it. I don't know why it's happening. But yeah, Drika, girl, divorce. Okay, divorce, money, all the property. Okay, go do a whole interview. Go ahead, Gail King interview you and whatnot. Men is stupid. I hope whatever she wants, she get. I hope, is he rich? He got money? I don't know. But yeah, she said, I want a divorce. She deserves one. Christian Combs and Diddy. There have been a few lawsuits with Diddy in it. Diddy by himself, Diddy with the kids, and all these things. It was a sexual assault lawsuit that both Diddy and his son Christian, his oldest. No, he's not the oldest. He's the youngest son. He's the youngest son. They're wanted tossed out. Okay, they're citing international waters jurisdiction. I'm like, what does that mean? So it says Diddy and his son, Christian Combs, are seeking a federal judge to toss out the S8 lawsuit filed by yacht stewardess Grace McKay, I think. In court documents, their legal team argued the alleged incident occurred outside California's legal reach because it happened near the U.S. Virgin Islands. Christian's attorney is saying even if the allegations were true, California law does not apply to conduct that occurred outside the state. They maintain this is a legal jurisdiction issue, not a denial of the claim. First of all, when someone say, man, like, even if it happened, you're not suing me in the right place. You know, you really, what? Well, it happened in the Virgin Islands, but I live here. International water jurisdiction. That is a hell of a get out of assault reasoning. Okay, stupid, dumb. Okay, again, the lawsuit claimed that he was a little assault or battery or whatever, attempted force oral on a yacht that happened back in 2022. So again, while we was talking about Diddy and his antics, do not forget Diddy's son has allegations against him as well. So it ain't just the father, it's also the son. Okay, and now they saying, well, it wasn't really me because we was in international waters. Stop touching. Anyway, they get on my nerves. I know it was one other Diddy thing I had because Diddy is in prison, right? Where is it? Diddy people is asking for him to get out. Okay, they want him to get out. They're asking to put up a $50 million bond again. They offered that the first time he was being locked up and whatnot. Now they're saying, hey, because his sentencing is in October, they're still trying to get him out now. Say, hey, give him the bond, 50 mil, all these rules. Okay, because when anyone else was found guilty of his crimes, usually get a bond. Okay, so the thing is, they are trying to say, hey, let him out until he's sentenced. Let him out right now, a little bit. I understand Diddy's attorneys trying to get him by. I fully get it. I fully understand. However, because I feel like anyone else convicted of what he was convicted of, it wouldn't be a big issue. They wouldn't have 50 mil to put up for bond. So a part of me feel like, no, Diddy needs to stay in jail. And part of me understands the reason they want him to get out because of the law. But I'm like, no, leave him in there. Leave him in there. So the judge said, hey, y'all have until Thursday, which is tomorrow, to give reasons why, his request should be denied. So the prosecutors have until tomorrow to submit information to them, like, hey, figure it out. What's going to happen? In or out? Child, leave him in there. And for me, I'm like, look, I don't trust that if Diddy gets out, he's going to just be like, oh, la, 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 happy family time. A part of me feel like he'll be around here fucking with people. I do. So that's why I don't want him out. I also feel like you're going to prison. Leave me. But maybe his people think he's going to get more time than not. So they want him to be able to be out right now versus getting out in 5 or 10 years. That's what my thought process is. They are fearful that he may get sentenced to like some real time. And so, hey, can he at least be out right now? Because we feel like he may not get out later on, but we shall see. But I don't care if he's gonna put up $50 million. I don't care. He's been had the money and still did wrong. Okay. Anyway, we shall see. because it's always something with that man. It gets on my nerve. Rick Ross and 50 Cent is still beefing, in my opinion. What I do not like about the beefation, is that a word? I made it up. The beefation between Rick Ross and 50 Cent. Rick Ross again has mentioned has mentioned 50 Cent's young child. Now, 50 Cent's youngest son is still like a kid. You know what I'm saying? And Rick Ross is still mentioning his kid.
And my DM say, is that what you and 50 Cent doing? Are y'all battle rapping? Is it beef, real beef? Well, I'm going to say this. Beef, it could be complicated, but I done took 50 Cent youngest son, Bruce Leroy, a.k.a. what?
Nigga, what? Calling his son, what? Is that offensive? Is that offensive? I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I done took him fishing before. And he loved when I do the what noise. You know, I used to see him all the time over there. But I guess one day his mom may have been creating content on Star Island somewhere, and he was walking around on his second lap.
Again, Rick Ross lives on the same island location where Diddy be at. So Rick Ross making these comments that he will always see 50 Cent's baby mama, the younger son, all the time, because he is one. I don't like it because, you know, the witnesses of the Diddy trial was supposed to be anonymous. So people who use, you know, we had a Jane Doe, we had a Mia. No one is supposed to be mentioning who they possibly were in real life. So him consistently mentioning, you know, 50 Cent's baby mama over at Diddy house is lame to me for sure. Okay. But why do you keep mentioning the son?
I invited him to the back of my crib. Someone in my DM say, is that what you and 50 Cent doing? I put bread on a fishing pole, cast it. I watched Bruce Leroy catch his first Dover sole. Man, I felt proud. What? Little man, what's up, though?
If you were having conversation about my son to be funny, and my son is like is a child, I'm gonna beat your ass. You see, how old is 50 Cent's kids? So his oldest is 28. How long is the how about the other one? I don't see the other one. The oldest is 28, but how old is the youngest one? When was the other one born? Child, I'm trying to look it up real fast. Either I know the boy is like he can't be older than 10. He can't be older than 10. So I'm looking like Rick Ross, for you to even be joking about having that man's young son at your house in your backyard. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that at all. I feel like it's just, it's tacky. It's tacky. It's tacky, and I feel like when you do it, trying to shade 50 Cent, you really are antagonizing that boy and his mama. And so that's weird to me. And does Rick Ross make music still? I feel like he does that. But yeah, I don't like Rick Ross no more. It just aggravates me. He's 12. See, he's a kid. He's an adolescent. He's not even a teenager yet. So that's weird that he keeps doing that. So yeah, Rick Ross, stop it. Go do something. Go make something. Go be somebody. Okay. Tyler Perry wants y'all to forget that he is accused of things of the sexual nature with that man who was dating on that show. Tyler Perry posted, I'm going to sit this right here, and there's a little caption, why did I get married again? Written by Tyler Perry, Table Draft. Now, I feel like his point is, he had made a post like this, I want to say one day last year. It was a little while ago. And he at that point had said, well, I'm not gonna do it. Everyone's so busy, to get the cast back. That would be Janet Jackson, that would be Tyler Perry, Michael Jai White, Tasha Smith, Janet, I don't know, because Malik Yoba died. And I can't think of the lady who played Tyler Perry's wife. But he was saying how, it would be hard for them to get everyone together because everyone's so busy. But so I'm like, so are you trying to get attention? Because some folk hated the Madea movie. So let me go back to the Why Did I Get Married franchise. I don't know. Maybe he will have new people. Okay. Not have all the same cast. I don't know. But Tyler Perry wants y'all attention. Okay. He wants to distract y'all from all the other shit. Also, did I say that he had posted right here? Tyler Perry posted this yesterday, because he went to all of the Beyonce tour stops. He said, "Well, we finished the tour. I'm on vocal rest and on bunion rest, and officially retiring these cowboy boots. Congrats, Mr. Carter, on setting the bar even higher. You're one of one and the only one."
I'll tell you what freedom is to me. No fear. I mean, really, no fear.
So now, Tyler Perry having a whole... Tyler Perry having his own production of Beyonce's tour, and his time going, state to state, country to country to see all of her shows. And I said, Tyler, what? Did you borrow this from Beyonce? Or did Tyler Perry bring his own production person, a cameraman, to capture all? This is all great, content. I said, child. He also was saying to y'all, I am too rich to ever care what y'all say about me. Okay, I traveled across the world to watch the greatest Beyonce, and show y'all how great of a tour she had. Now, Mama Tina also said, we definitely were the official Riser crew. I love dancing with you these nights, my brother. Cowboy Carter family behalf. Now, again, even though Tyler has issues, okay, it seems like the people who are in his life support him. I guess so. But yeah, I'm still sad that the tour is over. Tyrese ex-wife, this is a song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. Samantha Gibson, lawyers want Tyrese sent to jail because they're saying he owes almost $500,000 in unpaid legal fees. They are already divorced. Okay. They got married in 2017. They got divorced in 2020. And he owes $490,651.99 for legal fees and interest to the law firm Gleckman Law Firm in Bloom Line Alexander. Even though there are multiple court orders, he has not paid the legal fees. So the ex-wife, Samantha Gibson, is saying, hey, judge, lock his ass up. Okay. She filed her fourth motion asking the judge to uphold the criminal contempt over the almost $500K in unpaid legal fees, and they want him locked up. I'm going to say this. A divorce should never be this insane at all. The divorce happened 5 years ago. And the fact that 5 years later, they're still back and forth, and it's so weird. And to me, Tyrese spent so much money fighting to not pay a lot of child support. You spent that much in lawyer fees, and now you owe your own lawyer fees, hers as well. And he may not have it. Now, part of me feel like he probably just got finished filming the next Fast and Furious movie, because I saw Ludacris was gone for a while. I think they was filming. So he may have gotten some money recently from filming at least Fast and Furious. But he really made it, because I don't know what Tyrese does for money. I have not seen him in any other movies. I don't think he's on tour. So I'm not sure what his income looked like. But if you have almost 500 grand in lawyer fees, I'm not suing nobody else ever. That child is dumb. So I need him to pay up. And once he do, I need her to go away. I need her to go away, and I need him to shut up. But anyway, she wants him locked up. And the contempt charge carries this it'll be 20 days in jail. Child, he can't pay you from jail. He cannot pay you from jail. We did these already. Erykah Badu is having a 25th anniversary tour for Mama's Gun album. Go see it, I guess. I heard she does really, really great concerts. But if you care, she will be on tour. A 16-show tour. Mama's Gun 25, the return of Automatic Slim, will run through the fall. It stops in Chicago, Boston, Atlanta, Houston. It will end on December 10th. Y'all go see Erykah in concert, okay? Because she got shit to do, and shit like make songs and have a good time. I want to get all the stuff out that I already discussed, because it'd be confusing me. What is up? Let me see what's up. Well, first of all, it's been an hour already. Y'all, take a little minute. Take a little minute, y'all, and like the video. And we are back. I need to fix Deion's head. Y'all forgetting to go fix it. Anyway, what do I want to get into next? Where is, I feel like it was some other, the dead people. May they rest in peace. Hulk Hogan. You know, Hulk Hogan died and stuff, but you know, there has been a lot of controversy because they said, he was a racist. He had said many negative things about Black people. He was people was like, Hulk Hogan, the character, the wrestler, is one thing. You know, we was a beloved icon in the wrestling world. However, the person, okay, Terry, whatever the man name was, he wasn't the best, okay? But his daughter, Brooke Hogan, is said to remove herself from his will back in 2023, you know, because again, the daddy said a whole bunch of crazy stuff. He said some negative things about her and her, I think her relationship, I don't know if her current husband is black. However, at one point, there was a dating of a black man, and that's when we found out he was racist. Okay. But she said, hey, yeah, I said, take me out the wheel. Okay. She's 37 now. She is married. She has kids. They said that her father did not even meet her kids before he died and stuff. They had not had a good relationship and whatnot. I know at one point she did say, you know, she had already come to terms with, you know, their relationship, you know, and blah, 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 blah. But again, she's like, I do not want to be involved with the bullshit. Okay. When he died, it's gonna happen because, you know, some bull stuff he don't want to listen to me. He's not taking care of himself. And so she said she just removed herself from the situation. Again, they have been clashing for years. She stepped away because she was out of love. She wanted to protect him. She didn't want to fight over what he had left once he was gone. And I look, when you have people who want stuff and someone dies and they're now having to fight over what they had, sometimes you just don't want to be involved. You're like, you know what? I'm good. Okay, I have my own money. I have my own life. I'm not about to fuss and fight over money and property because it was him, the brother, his ex-wife, the new wife. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. She said, no, I'm good. Yeah, leave me be, bitch. Okay. And sometimes you find out your parent is an asshole. Okay. He's an asshole. I don't want him to be around me. Leave me alone. But yeah, I will be like, look, just give me my money. Keep the property. What's my money portion? Give me that, and I can go about my day. Okay. Then with Ozzy Osbourne, they had a public procession for him in England today. Child, a part of me feel like, was this a family thing? I don't know how things are handled across the pond. I'm not from around there. I know here in the Americas and whatever, folk die, and we have a funeral. We have the repast. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have a go to this place and we don't have all that. So I said, did they have to go to it? Because it looks so. I'm like, is it the funeral? Because I'm like, what, a casket? I was confused. Okay, because the family attended a heartfelt parade in Birmingham held in honor of Ozzy Osbourne. So it was fans around there and all this stuff. But I said, and Sharon, somebody get Sharon a sandwich. Okay, she gonna fall over. Okay, I'm worried. Kelly looks great. Kelly was wearing her dad's glasses. He will always wear. That was great. Jack looks great. I used to watch their show on MTV back in the day. Was it on MTV? Was it on E News? Was it on E? I don't know, but I loved their show back then. So seeing Jack as an adult, seeing today, I can find their name. Kelly. Seeing Jack and Kelly as adults, I think they're both now married with kids and all that good stuff. It was very sad. You know what I'm saying? But Sharon looks bad. I hope she's gonna be okay. Even though Sharon has her problematic side of her. And I mean that in the most. Your husband dead, but I have to still say something about you because we don't like you that much. But Sharon loved Ozzy. I feel like if you remember their show, she loved that man down. You know, Ivy to me had been sick for a while. Because even back then you can tell there was some some medical issues with him, and she was always right by his side. Right by his side. You know what I'm saying? And so a part of me feels horrible for her because I know how hard she is having to deal with the person that she's been with, you know, for child fact. Because they've been married forever. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, let me see, when, Google it. Hey Siri, when did Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne get married?
It started July 4th, 1982.
That's 40 years. That's 40. I'm 43 years. Okay. So when the person that you know you've only known, you know, them as your person to, you know, to die. And we know death is a part of life. You know, no one lived forever, but even when a person dies, you're still like, oh my God. But you know, just seeing how small she is, and it may be a thing to where as well that, you know, Ozzy being sick could have made her sick, and I mean sick in a way of stress, worry, concern. And you know, when you are stressed, worried, and concerned, it takes a physical toll on you. You know what I'm saying? So while some of her antics over the years has aggravated me as a wife, as a mother, I feel for her and her loss. Because she looked like, get her a sandwich. Get a sandwich, some water, and a chair to have a seat. Kelly looks distraught. You know what I'm saying? Again, look, I told on time that a child losing their parent, bitch, breaks me every time. So I feel horrible because, again, if you watch the show, they were extremely close to their dad. You know what I'm saying? So this wasn't no strange family. No. Parents and people and a loving family. So I think because I remember their show and how great they were then, and even how, you know, we have never heard of issues of them, you know, being at odds. You know what I'm saying? And even how, because this isn't this is just a memorial being held around there for him. And even that is hard for them. So I can't imagine child of damn funeral. Anyway, someone get Shannon a sandwich. Some orange juice, make sure her sugar is okay. Okay, make sure she gets whatever what they eat over there. Is the bread and biscuits and crumpets? I don't know. Is that it may be. I don't know, but we rarely saw his other kids. You know what I'm saying? The older kids. We didn't see them as much. But we know that's because they just did not want to be on the show. So again, prayers, comfort, you know, all of that to the people around there. Because look, losing your family member is devastating. So we're gonna say prayer. Now I think like is we pray for Hogan family? I feel like, I mean, yeah, because they lost a parent, but because I know Hulk Hogan was a racist, I don't think I've really shown compassion for his family for losing him. I mean, I wish them well. You know, I do. But I do feel bad for the Osbourne people. I do. And their show was great. And Ozzy Osbourne, for what we were able to see of him over the years on the show, his concerts or whatever, he seemed like once he calmed down, and he sat down and stopped being the drug infused, midst of it all. He seemed like a loving husband and father, kooky as hell. Sharon, what are they? What are It was a great show. So seeing him then, he seemed like a great person as a family man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that because I don't live there. I only know what the show showed us of them. So he seemed like a nice, lovable guy and whatnot. So again, prayers and condolences to the family and stuff, because I said Jesus fix it. Now y'all, it was a tsunami over there in Hawaii. Okay. And they said Oprah has her own private road. Now, how can you have a private road? Does she own an island? But I was seeing on the news about the tsunami over there. It's going to be water up as high, escape, get out, evacuate, get out now. Okay. And folk kept on saying, oh, Oprah has a private road that she refused to open up that would have allowed people to, evacuate quicker, get to point A and point B quicker without having to drive down and around and all these things. Now, Oprah is saying that's not true. Okay, they heard the Devin brand. Oprah shutting down accusations that her private mile road closed off to fleeing residents during the tsunami evacuation. A spokesperson said, the rumors are directly telling Fox News Digital, as soon as we heard the tsunami warnings, we contacted the local law enforcement and FEMA to ensure that the road was open, and any report otherwise was false. Now, I think what that means is Oprah herself can't go open the gate. I think what that means is, one, is Oprah even around there? Okay. And if it's all of this stuff going on, it's probably a protocol in place to one say, hey, Oprah, we need your road opened. Okay. Who had the key to the gate? Get them the key to the gate and let them be open. Okay. But her team is saying that's not true. What maybe happened was it wasn't open immediately. As they're saying, as soon as we heard the tsunami warnings, we contacted local law enforcement and FEMA to ensure the road was opened. Any other reports are false. Okay, false. This comes after viral videos show a man near Oprah's gated road calling out, "Come on, Oprah, save us!" Anyone who has time to drive by Oprah's road, stop and record and say, hey, Oprah, you're doing shit for clout. Because in a tsunami, why are you asking? Child, Oprah got to save herself. Okay. Then there was an 8.8 magnitude earthquake that hit Russia, which caused the water. Okay. So, I don't know. I haven't heard of anything. Did the tsunami hit? Anyway, Oprah said she opened it up. I don't know. I don't live there. I feel like no one should have private. No regular citizen should be able to own the roads that people use to travel to point A and point B. That's weird to me. Now, if she just owns a big plot of land there and that road is through her property, I mean, that's different, But like when they say Oprah's private road, do that just mean that's the road to her house? And like they're saying allegedly, once they heard of the tsunami coming, they say, hey, no, we'll open it up. Now, this will get you gotcha. Should Oprah risk her life and her property being damaged by allowing a whole bunch of other people to travel through? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but Oprah said, stop lying on me. I let them in. I opened the gates. Kenya. Okay. Kenya is accused of owing $44K in rent and other fees by her landlord. And she said bullshit. I say bullshit. Now, Kenya, again, in her, I think I remember her first YouTube video, she spoke about her and the landlord beefing.
No matter what happens to this salon, I told you guys when I did the first confessionals, I had a dispute with the landlord. The landlord has not given me back my TIA, that's tenant improvement allowance. I was allotted $79,000 some $100 to improve this place.
You built a whole floor.
I built an entire second floor. I have not gotten a penny back from that. So if I'm not paying rent and they're not paying me TIA, we're at an impasse. So something has got to give.
So the landlord filed suit against Kenya Morris, her company, not her personally, but her company that, you know, has the salon there. And it said it was for around $22,000. So they're saying her monthly rent is about $4,300. I am a firm believer in do not make expensive improvements to any structured building that you don't own. Because if you make improvements to a building that you do not own and they choose to put you out, you could be out your money. You know, that happened with Drea and their house between her and her boyfriend, where she thought he would let her buy the house. So she made like $500,000 in improvements. He didn't ask her to get out. Kenya, who, you know, got the spa and she built a whole second floor, spent money in renovations. And again, she's now saying that he did not reimburse her based on what she improved their building was, and not a beefing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like no one should ever make those kinds of improvements if you do not own the building. If you're renting a building, and if I'm not doing, I would prefer to buy a building and then do all my stuff. I'm not gonna pay you, you know, $5,000 in rent per month, and then I'm having to spend, you know, $70,000 to, you know, spruce up. No, I have to buy a building because now you are out of money. Meaning the money you spent, you won't get back. Because again, she's saying that he did not reimburse her the money based on the improvements. So, I mean, again, on $20,000 or $22,000, it's not in the scheme of things a huge amount of money. Because they say she has not been paying from December 2024 to April to April 2024. And so we shall see. But someone commented to say, hey, I thought you and the landlord are suing each other and they are trying to evict you. Can you clarify? Ken said, we had a dispute over unpaid improvement allowances. I paid. However, we are working it out. Thank you so much. So her point is, yes, it's some bullshit in the water. Okay, it's some bull stuff in the water. However, I'm going to see. Once you have a spot that is yours, you know, Kenya Moore Hair Care or Hair Spa, and that's your location, it's probably not going to be beneficial to be evicted or be put out. You know what I'm saying? So she probably wants to work things out at that location. But girl, don't put, and I agree, don't put no more money into that location. Pay your rent and move on. You know, and then one day burn it down. Burn it down. But she's saying, no, I didn't do it. It's them. They on some bullshit. Candy was on Walk What Happened Live. No, sorry. Was on Amazon Live. And someone asked her about Shamia. Now, I did watch part 2 and part 3 of the Housewives of Atlanta reunion. I did not review it because I felt like it was some bullshit. I do. But I do feel like Shamia had a horrible reunion. She kept backtracking, child. She kept getting overtalked. Shamia was not ready for it at all. And when someone asked Candy, well, girl, what you think about Shamia floppy ass season?
So Stacey says, hi Candy, any suggestions for Shamia if she returns to RHOA season 17? I like her, but I found her very disappointing with the lies. I know you had to tell her to keep it real. Ooh. Okay, so
I don't think Shamia lied as much as Shamia tried to make a moment be a moment. There were some lies. There were some lies. She don't know how to express herself. She don't know how to clap back. She's so used to being Porsha's little friend. And every chance she had to boss up, she just didn't.
For Shamia, actually, I was with Shamia yesterday. I went to go see her. She's going on her family trip today. I believe she's leaving today. So I went by to see her yesterday. And I told Shamia a few things. One, I told her she really don't need that show. If she don't want to go back, she does not have to go back. And, it'll be just fine. You know what I mean? She can live her best life. She has a wonderful marriage and a wonderful family. You know what I mean? But I said, if she chooses to go back, then definitely don't hold back on her feelings. I don't really think that she lied. I feel like, okay, first of all, this is not me picking sides between the two, okay? I feel like there were issues in the friendship prior, and I feel like Shamia should have said something before instead of just acting like everything was okay. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes when things aren't okay, it's okay for you to have an attitude about it. It's okay for you to just I'm not feeling this.
And to me, the major issue was Shamia was still pissed at Shamia was still pissed at Porsha from shit from years ago. I think Porsha had issues with Shamia as well. I think both Porsha and Shamia friendship died years ago, and they just kept acting like nothing had happened. And between Shamia not acknowledging her issues that she still felt with Porsha ignoring the obvious that Shamia had an issue with her, and then at the reunion they were bringing up even the whole thing about their mamas. I'm like, first of all, whatever happened between your mamas, y'all should not be involved. And if y'all not gonna fully address it, because I'm like, why did your mama take the business or what? It was weird. But Shamia was getting whacked from every angle. From Kelly, Drew, Angela, Porsha, Charles. The best part of the reunion was Charles. It was Charles. Like, I'm like, it's weird. But Candy said, girl, just own up to how you feel. Trying to act like you and Porsha, this dynamic duo, is fake. And it makes me wonder, did they mamas do the same thing? They mamas act like, oh, we're best friends. We're best friends. And they weren't. And then one mama stole it. Okay.
You know what I mean? And just stand on it. I feel like just trying to be passive about things, it allowed it to come back later like, oh, you weren't tripping all this time, but now you want to trip. No, really, it's been bothering her the whole time, and she should have just said that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like the show itself is going to make it hard for the two of them to fix any friendship because, that's the thing. When you're on TV and you real friends with somebody and y'all have a back and forth, typically in real life, you can have your back and forth and then I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me. And then eventually we might get over it and start back talking. But it's not allowed to happen when you're on television together. When we fall out, then they're going to make us keep bringing it back up. Everybody get to have an opinion about it. It's got to go viral. It's about to be a mess.
And part of me feel like Porsha knew her and Shamia were at odds at a bad point, and Porsha probably wanted that to be a part of the storyline because she could not discuss Simon. Because Porsha could not be so oblivious to the fact that Shamia had an issue with her. Porsha had to have known that and just kind of didn't care because Shamia never pressed the issue. Speak up more often for sure. You know, I do believe she's a people pleaser. I do. Shamia, neither one of them went past the whole they were best friends, and then Porsha mama found out Shamia mama took the business. So it's weird. But Candy said, girl, you don't need the show. You don't, and she don't. Once Shamia's husband, now first of all, rumor is Shamia will be back next season. So there's that. But I feel like Shamia's husband should have to participate. Period. I don't like the fact that her husband just chooses to not indulge, and that's stupid to me, girl. Man, you need to help your wife. Your wife needs help. She's drowning in the show. Okay, completely failing in the show, and that's not good. I did not even watch that YouTube thing she did because I saw the clips. I was like, girl, why are you on here apologizing? Doing for what? You know what I'm saying? So Shamia, again, she had a horrible first season, but I think Candy's advice is saying, girl, just own up to how you feel. For one, don't hold back. For two, but you really don't need this show. They're already rich enough. Okay, your husband, and the fact that we see them more on her social media than we see on the show, it irks me. I feel like Shamia, if she comes back, Shamia should be a friend of. If Shamia's husband does not want to add, even if he did not come on this season, to not show up at the reunion is crazy to me. So to me, Shamia should be a friend of next season, or a friend of who? I don't know. Thank you, Keisha, for super chat. Her not coming made her season anymore. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Because it felt like, why are we here? Charles being the only husband there was crazy. Now again, we keep hearing that Piggy Gold and K Michelle will be on next season. I'm still on the fence about K Michelle, based on how we know her from Love and Hip Hop, but we shall see. But Shamia should absolutely come back next season as a friend of. If Gerald does not want to play along, Shamia should not be allowed to be on the show. I'm to the point where I'm okay, if someone isn't married, fine. But if you marry and have a whole spouse, your spouse should not be allowed to just not participate. I think for your spouses, and again, I get it, he maybe can't come to every scene or every event. Her husband did not come to not one event. He came to her showcase because he paid for it. So yeah, if your husband does not want to do it, and we see how bad you did on your own solo, yeah, pull her back to a friend of. Leave her to friend of, and that's it. We don't want it no more. But yeah, Kenny said, girl, you don't need a show. Go away. Porsha wants a sugar daddy. Okay. Porsha round up with Lauren, and y'all know she's gonna be blocked, so I have to get this from somewhere else. But Porsha wants a good old sugar daddy with a belly and some money.
I don't want no YNs and I don't want an old man. I want like somebody your age. Wow. What age am I? Am I middle? I mean, you're not old and you're not a YN. Am I middle age?
You're not. Yes, in your 40s.
Oh, I do. No, I don't want middle age. No, I do want mid age. I want like those guys that are like in their like 50s and they have like the gray hair coming in. Not all the way gray. Yeah, nigga. What you got? What's your nigga? Does he have gray hair? Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of cute. No, I like that though. The man that is, or woman, he doesn't want kids anymore. So that's already a certain age, right? He doesn't want no more kids.
No. So I think it's weird that Porsha doesn't want a sibling for Pilar, considering she's a sibling. Most people who have a sibling want a sibling for their child. So the child, because maybe Dennis will have other kids.
He is probably divorced because I wanted to have had experience.
Who's texting you? Who's that?
I mean, I'm not talking about old salt and pepper. I done did the 60s. We don't want 60s. I'm
Porsha want whoever want her.
talking about salt and pepper. Like, I don't want no YNs and I don't want in their late 40s, early 50s. Yeah.
And exactly, and
But one of them fine ass
yeah.
One of them where it's like
salt and pepper
yeah.
Well, who works out at least 3 times a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, who has like a good shoulder.
But you still gotta have a belly. Okay, so that's what I want.
Yeah, they always
No.
have a belly.
I like the ones that are like in shape, arms, back, everything,
But
they
have a
still got
belly.
a belly.
Yeah, I agree.
Still got a
Those are
belly.
my
So Porsha's on here advertising that she wants not a young dude. She wants an with a belly and muscles. Okay, he can't have no kids. He can't want no kids. Child, Porsha wants somebody with some money. I think that's what she wants. I do. I feel like, girl, she want an African. Porsha wants a new age African. Okay, she wants someone again in their late 40s, early 50s, some gray hair, belly, don't want no kids, and they have to have some money. Okay, see if y'all care, Porsha wants y'all daddy, y'all uncle.
Favorite. Still got a belly, right? I know my girls my age will agree. In their late 40s. Somebody said that's Dennis. That is Dennis' body.
Dennis gonna get y'all.
I think Porsha and Dennis want to get back together. I do. I think Porsha wants to wait until Pilar is like 10. And then she gonna fuck Dennis. That's what I think. Because she explained Simon and she explained Simon and Dennis. Because Simon, when he don't shave, he has gray hair. Dennis has a baller belly. Anyway, if y'all care, that's her type. And I said, Porsha, go sit down somewhere. Look. Megan said, my man. Okay, child, when Clay was posting him and Megan on the boat date.
It's taking me on another adventure and we're going fishing.
We're going fishing.
This is my sailor suit because this is the captain and I'm
that's right.
The first mate.
That's right.
Seeing people hate on them, I'm happy they're showing what y'all don't know is we've been dating. Okay, on boats, on golfing events and whatnot. Y'all think we brand new. No, we've been together. My man. Even like he rapping her songs. It's cute. And sometimes you don't know how cute a couple is until they say, hey, look, pop out, we're together, okay? So it's cute. So Megan said, bitch, I got my man. I love it. You're on the boat. Nipples out, everything. Okay. But I'm pretty sure they have good condom sex. Okay, they not having raw sex. Not yet. They saying that Code 45 made part in Diddy. Child. That is anyway. Aggravation. But yeah, I want to get to the other people. What's else on my thumbnail, child? I've been forgetting. What else? Let's get to Mary J. Blige. Because Mary J. Blige said, "Big play with somebody else, not me and my money." But y'all know Mary J. and Lisa Hilton was good friends or whatever, and then Lisa trying to sue Mary J. for $5 million, and Mary's team said it's a frivolous lawsuit. Okay, she's setting us up for the okie doke. I don't like it. I don't want it. It's some bull stuff. Okay. Yes, we've been friends for a while, but not no more. Okay. She's a liar. Okay. And the statement from her team, okay, the lawyer said plaintiffs, meaning Misa and them, plaintiffs and their counsel appear to enjoy fabricating accusations that will be discussed in the press and on social media for the purpose of harassing defendants and trying to coerce a favorable settlement. Plaintiffs and their counsel has significant time to investigate these issues, not only before filing, but also after the defendant's counsel sent a lengthy letter identifying with granular specificity why each of these claims is baseless. Yet plaintiffs still say, girl, we're going to sue y'all. Okay? It is obvious that the complaint was filed by plaintiffs for the sole purpose of harassing and causing malicious injury to Beautiful Life and Miss Blige, based on Hilton's personal animus towards Miss Blige. At one point, they had said, Mary had said, and the people had said that it was Vado who reached out to Mary to end his management contract with Misa. Mary was also saying how Misa's company isn't like a real company in New York or whatever. So how can you try to sue me for a client for a company you barely have? You know what I'm saying? It's sad that their friendship came to this place on either side. On the side of if Mary did try to look. The reason I think I have a hard time seeing Mary Blige trying to poach Vado ain't no real artist that people was like, oh, Vado, give me Vado. I need me some Vado. Like, he wasn't that. So I don't understand why Mary would even risk possibly being sued for interfering for someone who she really couldn't make no money off of. You know? And with Misa going as far as filing the lawsuit against your girl, y'all couldn't handle this in court. But Mary's team saying, like, before they filed anything, we already told them this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Yeah, allegedly Mary had text. I didn't see that, but I heard that. Let me see. I didn't see that, but I heard that. But I feel like even Mary alleging that there were texts from him asking her to get him out of whatever situationship he had with Misa. So, child, it's a scheme and scam that somebody set up to come to us with the bullshit. I'm not sure who, but it's somebody. But Mary J. Blige said, bitch, I ain't thinking nothing. And some people do sue in hopes to get a settlement because they want to avoid any bad press. But Mary said, bitch, not today. Not my damn money. Not to. I said, cool, that's fine by me. Look at Mia. Why is Mia on the water with Bobby Valentino? And she said, this is definitely my get prettier and have fun era. With Bobby Valentino? Child, it's weird. First of all, he looked like the Ink dude. Okay, so she kind of have a side. Even Gordon looked like the Ink dude. It's like an older version. I don't know what she tried. Maybe she wants to be on Love and Hip Hop. Okay, I'm not sure. But Mia being out here, and maybe they had a boat ride with other people, and now it's just there. I don't know. But Mia posting herself with Bobby, to me, it's clout chasing because she knew it would get on the blogs. Look.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
Is he? What's going on? I mean, girl.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why.
I mean, like what you like. I have no issue. Like what you like. You know? But they say Bobby V likes a lot of things. He has some kinks. You know? He likes it all. You know? The tops and the bottoms. The innies and the outies. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with liking what you like as long as it's legal. Okay, and what he likes is legal. But she wants some attention. I say, girl, Mia, get your ass out my screen, Mia. She wants to be on the thing, okay? But Mia, it's a no for me. I got like 15, 20 more minutes. What else? Oh, child, Kamala said, fuck y'all. Okay. Kamala said, look. Okay. Wait. I have them on standby. I have them on standby all the time. Kamala said, girl, it ain't my job no more. It's a no for me. Have somebody else do it. She said, over the past 6 months, I've spent time reflecting on this moment in our nation's history. And the best way for me to continue fighting for the American people and advance the values and ideas I hold dear. I am a devout public servant, and from the early days of my career, I have believed that the best way I could make a difference in people's lives and fight for a better future was to improve the system from within. And it has been a profound honor to do that work and serve the people of Cali as a prosecutor, attorney general, VP, senator, and whatnot. Of course, I can't get it. Bottom, she ain't gonna do it. She said no. No. In recent months, I've given serious thought to asking the people of California for permission to serve as their governor. I love the state and people and its people and its promise. It is my home, but after deep reflection, I will not run for governor in this election. It don't mean she won't run in the next one. But she said,
that's suspicious.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's weird.
Because I ran to run the country. You motherfuckers ain't want me in the country. You can't want me to fix the state if you don't trust me to run the country. Okay, I tried to help you, and y'all said no. So it's a no for me, dog. I'm not coming around it. Leave me alone. It was a lie.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Do it. Have somebody else do it. Okay? When you try to run for president because the country needed leadership and people chose an idiot over you, leave me alone. If I ran a school, I'm not going to go drive the school bus. It's a demotion. Yes, the school bus is a job that needs to be done, but not by me, bitch. Not today. Not on my watch. I tried to help y'all from the highest points of helpation. Yep, I know that's not a word. However, y'all chose to not want me. So leave me out of it.
Now, why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get thrown in trouble?
I tried to be the president. Y'all said no. So now I'm saying no. So I am 100% behind her. I feel like Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, they do not have to do nothing else. They tried their best. Leave me alone, bitch. Okay. Ari Lennox. So Ari was on social media, comparing, contrasting, and giving her opinion on the show Martin and how she felt the jokes that Martin told at Pam's expense were like crossing the line.
Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, like, and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good, like, joking ass movie. And it even when the joking movie is like, damn, like, that was fucked up. Like, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like, I don't know, it's like Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. The thing that pissed me off about Mark, you know what I'm saying? Like, of just like always going on Pam, always, like, that's all I remember. And I didn't like that. But like, so I feel conflicted because while I feel like this show is incredible and I feel like Martin is a legendary show and all of the actors and Tommy and like everybody, like, legendary, amazing. Like, I adore them all. Like, you have no idea. And I adore Martin. Like, I adore him. It just would piss me off, like the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that,
So I watched Martin. I still do, honestly. I understand her point in saying, now watching it back and the jokes about Pam can come off colorist, can come off harsh and mean. And I fully understand that. I do. However, I feel like back then, the Martin show cracked jokes on everyone. I think if her point was everyone is always cracking jokes on Pam and how Pam looked and trying to be negative about Pam on a consistent basis, I think Martin and Pam had the most conflict and Jones on each other. I feel like the same way he talked about her her nappy hair, the buckshots. He will always call her a horse, but I think even him calling her a horse was because she always wore a weave. But I'm like, Pam would also crack jokes about Martin's height and his body because he was a small, frail man. So how they would talk about Tommy being bald. They would call Cole thick, her hips and her big ass head. I feel like a lot of the jokes told on that show was it. I don't feel like it came from a negative place of trying to make Pam the character, not Sheena, but Pam, to make Pam feel like she was ugly or like she was. I feel like Pam was gorgeous. I feel like when Pam would walk in the room, damn, I feel like I don't feel like I never took the jokes as if Pam was not a beautiful Black woman. I didn't. I did not take it that way. I do feel like now, looking back on it, we can say, you know what I'm saying? Because we're now looking back at something and we have different mindsets now. We're more aware of different things now. So it's a bit different now. But I think back then, even how they call, Big Shirley. You know what I'm saying? How they now they talk about fat people a lot. I'm not offended as a fat person at all. I don't recall them ever coming for Pam's looks. I think the horse jokes about Pam because Pam always had a weave. And back then, weave and is horsehair. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like where it came from. Now, Gina them hips, her big ass head. You know what I'm saying? Martin's mama's beard. I don't feel like they tried to make Pam be an ugly black girl. I don't. I did not think that then. I don't think that now, but I can't understand that looking back on it. Yeah, maybe, not have so many hair jokes about Pam. Maybe not say this and not say that. Maybe not, refer to her as, I think they may have referred to Pam. No, I don't think they would call Pam a man. I don't, but I still feel like all the jokes, either jokes from Martin, from Pam, from Gina, from Cole, from Tommy, from Shanae, from whoever, from any of the other co-stars, I never felt like the jokes were mean-spirited. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the jokes at that time were mean-spirited. Because if you look at the outtakes of them cracking jokes, they were all laughing, including Pam. And because I feel like we've always known Tashina Arnold to be a very, I will kick your ass person, I think if she ever felt offended, I don't think she would have not said something. So I think when we, in 2025, with our adult brain now, I'm 43, and we look back at the 90s jokes or whatever, it can seem like, oh, that was me. But it wasn't then. And I'm a firm believer in you can't take how you feel now and then say, you know what, you were being mean back then, but I wasn't. But they weren't. And it wasn't only capping on Pam. Martin cracked jokes and talked shit to everybody. And I think that's the point of reference. Was any of the jokes told mean-spirited jokes? Were any of the jokes meant to try to demean Tashina or try to demean Black women? You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, then Gina would have gotten the same, mean-spirited things. Because he talked, child, it was crazy. Yeah, that was the culture back then. It was a joke. And Martin was a comedian. And to me, it was the characters that were doing that shit. So I'm like, there's no show. Because God forbid we go back and look at In Living Color. Okay? And we're going to go back and watch, even go back to the Jamie Foxx show, Fresh Prince and them, they would have so many fat jokes towards Uncle Phil. Was that not mean? Replacing dark skin Aunt Viv with light skin Aunt Viv. How corny Carlton was, how spoiled Hillary was. Was Jamie Foxx playing Wanda with the ugly ass face with that mean towards trans? I just feel like once you go down the rabbit hole of let's judge Martin for his jokes towards Pam on a comedy show, a comedy TV show, a comedic TV show, we're gonna fall down a rabbit hole. Yeah, Kyle and Maxine, child. God. Nah, they was fucking too. So that was, sometimes being mean makes you want to have sex. To put the poll in the hole. But no, Kyle and Maxine was always going at each other. Always going. Even Kyle and Regine. They made over it seem like he was dumb. He really is a country bumpkin. So I'm like, a lot of shows that we watched in the 90s, in the early 2000s, had that same jokey part of the show, where it was capping and cracking jokes on one or the other. So you can't, child. Jim Carrey as the bodybuilding lady. Who played Homie the Clown? Was Damon Wayans as Homie the Clown? You know, Damon and David Allen Greer as the gay, hated it. You know what I'm saying? If you look at like, oh, they was down in gay people. They was gay down in girl. We can't do that. You know? So to me, you can't make it a thing as if Martin was being mean to Pam. Martin was being, making her feel like less of a woman, because it was like, child, no, you can't. You just can't. You can't. Too many shows that happened at that time would be casualties of war. Even a different world. How they portrayed Whitley as this snotty, uppity, rich girl. You know what I'm saying? But Kim Reese, the black, dark-skinned girl from the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like light-skinned Whitley was rich and da. And you had Kim, who was on a scholarship. Child had to work. You know what I'm saying? It's every show has something that was just a conversational piece of the show. You know. So yeah, Kim making fun of Oprah and Grace Young, like we can't go down that rabbit hole. So while I respect her opinion and how she felt, I feel like that's too one-sided based on every show at that time. And in my opinion, nothing was meant to be like mean-spirited. Okay. What I got left, y'all? Because I got like 5 minutes and I want to be done. We did record, we did Porsha. We did, we can just, I can be done, child. I can just, look, y'all take 30 good seconds and we can discuss real fastly Gilbert and Shannon Sharpe and they suits and stuff. Because that's what we do. And we're back. First, I want to get to the Deion Sanders of it all. So, this, of course, happened I think 2 days ago when it came out. That Deion Sanders, I want to get him on the screen and the lady. Deion Sanders was diagnosed with bladder cancer. Now, the crazy thing is, when I heard about it, I was like, I don't think I've ever realized or heard about bladder cancer. And I was like, wait a minute. This is my thought. I was like, wait a minute, bladder cancer. They removed his bladder. I'm like, how you gonna pee? I'm like, oh, it must be a bag. So that was my first thought, like, what is going on? So, Deion, did not tell anyone. He found out back in like maybe April. Or May that he was diagnosed with bladder cancer, and he had a couple of choices. He could either do different treatment that could be more harmful. It would not fully get the cancer. The cancer could then come back even after doing all these these different treatments, which can take a toll on the body. And then he had the option to remove his bladder, and removing the bladder 9 times out of 10 fully get the cancer. So that's what he chose to do. So he had the bladder removed. They had to make not a new bladder, a new route for the stuff to come out. okay, from the P. And he did a whole press conference. And, let's listen a little bit.
Team elected to undergo bladder removal. We performed a full robot-assisted laparoscopic bladder removal and creation of a new bladder. And I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
Because in the video he did, my head attention, y'all. In the video he did before, they were saying when he first had the bladder removed, they had to like test the body to be sure they got all of the cancer. And you can't do that sometimes until you go in there and he's in there and treat it. So because he had the bladder removed, they did all the tests, he is now cancer free.
You can clap. It's okay. Rick was aware of what was transpiring, and he's been A1 and down there. Just a blessing. Came to Texas to see me as well. But this was not an easy task because it was a changing kind of a lifestyle. And with Lauren and I coming from Jackson, this is how many surgeries?
As of from 2021, this is surgery number 14.
Surgery number 14. I had more surgeries out of the game than I did in the game. Like, what is going on?
Given his commitments.
Slowly but surely, I built myself back up to where I'm able, I'm strong, I'm ready. I'm still probably about 12 pounds down. I'm gonna get that right. I'm gonna fill these overalls up like no other. But it has been a tremendous journey, and I'm truly thankful that God is so good. God is so good. You have no idea.
It was really touching watching, because his son, and y'all know him, is a sports CEO and president over here at the corner. So him made sure I was aware of all the stuff. And his son is like, he does all of their social media stuff on like a YouTube channel. And so they did the live press conference. They then did, I think it's like and now it's up to 3 days worth of like, footage of what happened from him going in to have the surgery, how his other kids did not know. And you see him after the surgery and how, there's now a new bladder, there's a catheter, there's a bag, because he can't control his bladder because he doesn't have one. So him having to, where it depends, him having to wake up numerous times a night because he has to go to the bathroom, him, also peeing on himself because he can't control the bladder just yet. A lot of folks have went through this, but I don't think many discuss it. And him sharing the beginning stages of him having to basically learn how to function without a bladder and depend on other people is really inspiring to watch. Again, him having 14 surgeries is a lot. And again, as he said, most of those were after he stopped playing. And his whole thing was he did not want his kids who were being drafted at the time to know he had cancer, let alone he's going to have a surgery to remove his bladder. And the bladder removal surgery was a major surgery. It's crazy. So in the footage of him and his cancer diagnosis, him discussing the surgery, the son, their page uploaded footage of him going to have it removed, and child went wild because Karreuche, who is Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend, she's also an actress in her own right. She's currently on the show The Chi on Showtime. But she was there with him. Now, a lot of folk were like, oh my God, because no one knew they knew each other. No one knew they were maybe dating, but because she was there by his side, it was him, his son, like his doctor, and Karreuche. So that made most people feel like they're dating, because when you're going through something like that, you want someone there with you who was, you know what I'm saying, it's like your person. So neither one of them have like came out and said, yes, we go together. Yes, we're a couple. But her being there for the surgery and how emotional she was, child.
We're calling y'all, please.
Okay. We are dealing with bladder cancer. And he is having his bladder removed.
So again, none of the footage of them like hugging, kissing, and nothing. It's just her there being supportive, you know, hand holding and all that stuff. The day of the surgery, she was very emotional. She's very much involved in what's going on. Again, neither one of them came out and said yes, no, or maybe. We're assuming they're dating. You know, he is 57, she is 37. There's a 20-year age difference. I don't see an issue. You know, she is 37 years old. That's a grown ass woman. He's 57. That's a grown ass man. There's, to me, child, I don't know. But when Antonio Brown made a comment, you know, he's a football player. Wow, child, he has CTE. But Antonio Brown made a comment and said, Karreuche, baby, this man don't have a bladder or toes. What are you doing? And I felt like that was an asshole thing to say. Mainly because I'm like, people be in relationships or whatever, and your body starts to break down. So I feel like she didn't get with him when he ain't had no bladder. You know, and him missing 2 toes. I mean, I don't want his feet. You know, if he is, I don't have nothing. I don't care. Okay, so that's weird to me. And if they were already dating and then he got cancer, should she leave him because he has cancer? You know, but again, 37 and 57 is not a big issue to me, because she's grown. She's down there 40, and 57 isn't old. He don't even, you know what I'm saying? Look, 57 is the new 30s, if you ask me. But again, we don't know what they are. But I feel like anyone trying to crack jokes about, oh, we don't have, I'm like, you can't want people to leave someone when they physically, you know, change. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm pretty sure she didn't get with him when he, oh, I'm gonna date him now because he had cancer. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're supposed to stand by your person when they get sick. Because child, eventually a dick gonna stop working. Okay, and vice versa. So I feel like there's no need to make it seem like she's done for being with him because of his, you know, he missing 2 toes. And now he had to get he had cancer. Okay. Yeah, before this, wasn't nobody questioning him. Even him losing a toe or 2, he still was in good shape. So I feel like, you know, let's not, I mean, child, she grown. She's 37. She's lived, she's an actress, she has her own money. Like, let them folk have fun. And let her hopefully help them back to health. Okay. Now, separate from that, Gilbert Arenas was arrested. Now, Gilbert Arenas has a aggravating side of him. He talks a lot of shit, if you ask me. But he is a basketball player. He has a few kids with that girl. I think Laura. Is it Laura Levine? I think Laura Levine is his kid's mom. He was arrested because federal arrest. Federal. Okay. They're accusing him of running a high stakes underground game out of his Encino mansion. They said from around 2021 to 2022. Okay, him and 5 other people, including a suspected Israeli mob figure, were operating in illegal gambling. But look, y'all have to learn. Just because y'all think shit is cool, it ain't cool. Some stuff is illegal. Okay. So the Fed claimed that he rented out his house, had a stage for gambling, had chefs, valets, armed security, and even hookers. He had young women offering massages and companionship, meaning I'll rub your dick a little bit, a lot of it. Okay. And he got a collection of the cuts. Okay. That's illegal. That is the definition of an illegal gambling operation. Because you are not supposed to have a gambling operation operating out of your home. That's illegal. Okay. It's not, now if you have if once a month friends come over, y'all gamble, you win, they win, and whatever, that's fine. Once you are charging people to come over, you're getting a piece of the pie of wins and losses. That's then the business. If it's not sanctioned legally, it's illegal. Okay. If you have staff that are hired specifically for this gambling business, it's illegal. You know. Let's see, he also was charged with an indictment. He's charged with conspiracy and operating in illegal gambling business. It's him, somebody name I can't pronounce. I don't know, YEVGEN of 49 of Woodland Hills, a suspected organized crime figure from Israel. Child, people your name I can't pronounce. Okay, meaning all y'all should not be around here doing this shit. Okay, he's facing a charge for conspiracy, illegal gambling, and also lying to investigators. If convicted, they can face up to 5 years in federal prison for each count. And since all defendants are going to appear in courts, it said when they, I don't think they ever went. Gilbert Arenas been arrested for operating an illegal gambling business. Makes absolute sense. He looked like he would do that and think, but I'm just gambling. It's like, no, you can't do that, man. You can't. Any business that you operate out your, especially because gambling is like, child, it's rules and regulations. Okay, so his ass is locked up. Not separate from him being locked up. Where's Shannon Sharpe? Shannon Sharpe has been fired from ESPN. Now, this is the get you gotcha. He had like a $50 million deal that was connected to ESPN as well. He was a commentator on ESPN. When the allegations came out of him, oh girl, he stepped away from being on ESPN. He said, I'll be back, come NFL season, which starts, I think, like next week. He settled with old girl. Allegedly, they said he settled old girl for $23 million. I don't know. However, CNN will not have him back as an analyst. He had lost that job. And I asked him, I said, was that a big deal? Him said Shannon Sharpe could have been the next Stephen A. Smith. He could have went from being an analyst on the show, on the network, to having his own full-time show making all the big bucks. So he lost that. Now I feel like, look, Shannon has to learn to live in his truth. Okay, Shannon has to learn you don't need young women in your life. Okay, get you somebody of age. Get you someone who has something to lose, or at least be honest in what you like personally. You don't, not to us. But when you live in foul and secretive in your own life to where folk don't know what you're really doing, you're bound to make mistakes because you're hiding shit. Look, I like freaky shit too. Okay, but I like freaky shit with people my age and the person, I can't say the people, the person I like to express freaky stuff to him, he is fully aware of my freakiness. You know what I'm saying? So there isn't like this hidden, ooh, hey, you know what I'm saying? Shannon was out here secretly rendezvousing with a young white woman because he knew his little kink wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, on the up and up. And he was around here doing too much with somebody who, even if he wasn't forcing her to do it, it was so secretly shameful-ish. She was able to get 20 mil from it. So Shannon needed, like, look, I like a little choking, okay, a little spanking. I may want you to call me a big black nigga, okay? Be honest in that with someone who specifically knows that's what you like. You know what I'm saying? But he chose to be this big black man to this little white woman. And then it, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause to me, that's what he like. Shannon likes white women, whatever. Get you a white woman who can uphold what you like. That's really it. If you like Wonder Bread, child, I just said it. If you like Wonder Bread, fine. But make sure you are not secretly doing shit with Wonder Bread that will get you in trouble. Make sure all the dots of the I's are dotted, all the crosses of the T's are crossed. Make sure all that's done. Consent forms, all that should be down. Okay? Because once you don't have to secretly fuck around with someone, you know what I'm saying? You can be as freaky as you want to be privately, but it's not like it ain't no secret to even those around you. Because you like, look, this my little white girl, you know what I'm saying? We get down. Learn how to make sure people know what your freak level is. If you want her to send you titties with little horses on the ends, cool. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? If you want to send her a big black cock sitting on a balcony holding an egg and a spoon, cool. But you don't have to like sneak and do that shit with folk who too young to do what you want done. Okay. Anyway, he has his podcast here, so we will see what else he has coming up. But I'm pretty sure this hurt him a little bit, a lot of it. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. Look, I told her earlier on. We're gonna do this. You know. Murder mystery. Wait, someone told me, and it was the name. I saved it. Okay, we're gonna be doing crimes on the corner of us having watch-alongs. Okay, the body cam stuff, the body cam show, the body cam of crimes and things. We're gonna start having some watch along because my commentary. I want to. I like the murder mystery stuff now. TikTok got me in it. Okay, I'm up. I'll be up all night scrolling and say, oh, daughter hides mother in rocking chair under the porch. Police. I like that shit. So we're gonna have a little crimes on the corner. We're gonna start that in August. Okay. Just for those who want to watch, and then we'll see. Anyway, y'all gotta go. I love you all. Okay, make sure to have a good night. Please make sure to like the video. Okay, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, for those who watch live, for those who watch a replay, a good time was always had by all. Okay, I apologize that YouTube be knocking y'all out over and over. Okay, So yeah, I will be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. as well because I canceled Monday and Tuesday. So I will be live tomorrow night. Come on through. Okay. Like the video, subscribe, and all of that. I gotta go. I love you all. Bye.